وإذ تأذن ربكم لئن شكرتم لأزيدنكم. Now this is very interesting because this proclamation is وإذ تأذن ربكم, the first part. And if your Lord proclaims, so Allah is proclaiming. And understand that there is a lot of grammar here which puts emphasis upon emphasis about what is being told, what is being said. I can say something to you, but that's different than me proclaiming something. Now, what is the proclamation? وَإِذْ تَأَذَّنَ رَبُّكُمْ لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ. That's the proclamation. That if you are grateful, and this is a conditional statement, right? There's an if statement here. If then, if you are grateful, and now there is another emphasis with the lam, la azidannakum. If you are grateful, then surely, for sure, I will increase you. And that is the statement. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, remember, who is he speaking to? Now you would think that if you're speaking to a people who are being slaughtered, who are being oppressed, who are being enslaved, that your message would be a message of patience. You would think that you would be reminding these people to have sabr, right? That you would be reminding them to persevere. And yet, the proclamation is about gratitude. It isn't even about sabr. And now this is very profound, and I'll get to why. But the proclamation is a divine principle, and that is, if you are grateful, Allah will increase you. Now, if you study psychology, and I'll talk about psychology for a second. If you study psychology, especially modern positive psychology, there is a big emphasis now on well-being and the study of happiness. And they've moved away from abnormal psychology, figuring out how the human being can break down and figuring out how to fix it. And now there's a lot more emphasis on increasing well-being and happiness. And what they found is very fascinating when you look at all these studies. What they find is that everyone wants to be happy, and yet they found that people pretty much live on this sort of baseline happiness. It's a set point. And that when really exciting things happen in your life, you have a peak, but you pretty much go back to baseline. And similarly, when something difficult happens in your life, you have this, this low, but you pretty much come back to baseline. And this baseline is not so easy to change. But they found that there are two reliable ways to increase the baseline. And what are those two reliable ways? Number one, service to others. That in the service of others, you can actually increase your own baseline happiness. Something that you can't do by winning the lottery. Something that you can't do by getting a promotion. Those are temporary spikes. But service actually increases the baseline. They found something else that reliably increases the baseline, and that is the practice of gratitude. Gratitude is so powerful, they find, that keeping a gratitude journal, just writing down 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for every single day, has been found to even help with symptoms of depression.